Have you ever Googled, why doesn't she like me anymore? You ever wondered why doesn't she like me anymore? You ever gone into YouTube, come on here and put in, why doesn't she like me anymore? And what do you get? You get a whole slew of things that tell you you're the problem. You know, men are always the problem. You're the one that's always at fault. And the weird thing is that you start to believe this. You've been told and bombarded by everywhere, social media, especially now, women in your life throughout the years, that, men are toxic. Masculinity is toxic. You can't be a man anymore. You have to become a woman. And what happens to you is you lose yourself. You've lost your will. You lost who you are. As a result, you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel like this is what I want or how I want to feel about myself. This is just what has happened. Hi, my name is Michael Bryce. If you don't know who I am, I've developed the Man Alive Men's Coaching Program. I help you go from feeling dead inside to reconnecting to yourself and remembering who the fuck you are. No longer do you need to worry about what other people think of you. No longer are you going to suffer from what others think of you, especially the women in your life. How many times have you gone through this same thing over and over and over again with different women? And you wonder why. What's wrong with me? You want more attention. You want to give them attention. You want to give them the world. You learn from the last person. Now you want to give this next person the world, yet it doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? Why is it when you leave that relationship and you go, what's wrong with me? There's got to be something wrong with me. I'm all screwed up, apparently. The problem is that it's not you. I mean, you might have some issues. We all have issues. But if you're a good guy, you're a nice guy, you're the guy that people come to, and she still doesn't like you, you got to think, look, I have a lot of friends. I got all this stuff going on. I'm a good person. But yet she still doesn't value you. She doesn't even, at this point, like you. What happens? You do the laundry. You didn't do it properly. You didn't put enough laundry in. What? Okay. Then you fold the laundry. You didn't fold it properly. Then you put it away. You didn't put it in the right drawer. There's nothing that you can do. You vacuum the house, or you missed this, or you didn't do this properly. You clean something, you didn't do that properly. You didn't wash the dishes properly and then clean the whole counter after. This happens. I don't know how many times that you've gone through this. I've also worked with a lot of women who explain this to me. It's because they have a set of rules and ways that they do things that they don't tell you about. They just don't tell you. They expect you to just know. So the problem isn't you. The problem is her. She doesn't know how to communicate that to you. Women think they're the greatest communicators, even though not really. They don't actually tell you. You have to guess what it is that they want. What do they need from you? You work hard to provide for them, yet they still make you feel like shit. And nothing you do is good enough. You clean up, not good enough. Make comments. You leave stuff here or there. Make comments. And every time they make a comment on the things that you do, it makes you what? Pull away. You pull away with each comment. It's like, why doesn't this person like me? What did I do to them? And they continually attack. Why does that happen? Well, if the problem's not you and it's her, the problem is, and again, this has happened over and over again, is you're picking the wrong person. Or you're picking a person who maybe they seem really good and they can be really good, like you're looking at their potential. However, you need to start taking control and have that develop into something versus being afraid to talk to them, being afraid to say something. I just recently had something like this happen with my girlfriend. She actually listens and responds. She would make a comment on me leaving something in the kitchen, right? I'd clean up and then I would leave a paper towel. So I left a paper towel there, and she comments every time I leave a paper towel. I mean, really, on the grand scheme of things, on the bigger picture, is it really that important? We want to be happy, right? All of the other things that I do, all of that other stuff that's there, the support that you get, all the little things, is that really that big a deal? No, it's not. You're right. This is the conversation. If you have a rational person, a person who wants to do better, if I didn't say that, if I didn't speak up, then what happens? I just get resentful and angry and mean, and right, I push that away. Now, on the other hand, I've had the same thing happen with somebody who was insane, and the same thing leads into an argument. Is it really that big a deal? And apparently it was. And I just get reamed out and yelled at. Now I know that wasn't the right person for me. So where does that come from? That comes from within. You need to know who you are. And this brings back to the whole thing. Remember who the fuck you are. Who are you? It's inside of you. It's not for anyone else to validate your feelings, to validate who you are. You need to be able to step up and say, hey, this isn't right. And be able to handle it in a way with whatever comes back at you, it comes back at you. And step into who you are. How do you do that? You got to figure out what you want. That's step one. What do you want in a partner? What do you want from yourself? This question I ask every person I work with. It's the place to start. If you can't get this, what do you want? What do you need? Most people have no idea. Every single person I've asked, what do you want and what do you need? That's the place we start at. They have no idea. So how can you express that to a partner? You don't know what you need. Aside from appreciation maybe, but what are those needs? And that's why a lot of times you end up with the wrong person. If this happens over and over again and you keep taking it and you feel dead inside, it's because the wrong person's with you. Now, they could be the right person, but you need to set it up. Because if you set the tone where you're catering to all her needs and you're taking care of her, now she becomes expected for you to do so much all the time, and then the minute that you stop, the minute that you pull back a little bit, it's like, well, what's going on? And they start attacking you. Little hits to the ego, hit to the ego, hit to the ego. And then what do? You start pulling away. It's like, I don't want this. I don't want this in my life. This sucks. But you now get to start taking that back. Figuring out what you want, what you need. Remembering who you are. If you look back at the teenager that you were, that guy, that cocky guy that you probably were, most often, most of us were, and now look at where you've come to, what would happen? Your teenage self would kick your ass. Why? Because what is wrong with you, man? Wake up. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with you. This is what conditioned you to this place. I was there. I went through it. I lost everything. Because why? Because some woman, and I was going to allow that to continue, women to continually ruin myself going forward? That's insane. And the majority of the time, this hits you in your mid-30s. It can hit you before that, it can hit you after that, but you start to realize this around your mid-30s. I was 35, 36 when this came out. What is it that you want? Who are you inside? And if you don't know, and you want to figure that out, I'm happy to take you on that journey. Click the like and share button on this channel. Join this channel. Subscribe, because I'm going to take you on that journey. I'm going to take you from here to here. And if you decide, you know what, I'd like to work with you. We can talk about that at a later date. So that is it for now. Have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon.